Does anybody not understand the drop system?
I left that at home because I think I burned it up last time.
Hey there.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Welcome to AYL TV. I'm Skyller Dykstra.
And I'm Heather Dykstra.
We're out here in Colorado and we're with the Dirty Adventure crew on their multi-day run in the San Juan Mountains. It's going to be an awesome adventure. Where are we right now, Heather?
So right now we're starting off in Marble, Colorado. We're at the quarry. You can see there's a lot of gorgeous white marble behind us, and we have a ton of fun stuff to show you guys this week.
Well, let's get at it.
Let's do it.
Colorado, up at the Poughkeepsie Gulch Trail, heading up to Corkscrew Pass. Never been in this part of the country before. I've only ever been in Colorado one other time, and that was way up north by Denver area. So this is all brand new area that I've never been. It's fantastically beautiful. It's just phenomenal out here. You got waterfalls, you got pine trees, you got wildflowers, marble quarry. There's a lot of really neat stuff out here. Every single day I'm like, oh, we're just gonna see more of what we saw yesterday, and it keeps exceeding my expectations to the point I didn't know it was possible. It's just fantastic out here.
I love it here. It's beautiful. It's like the hills, the trees, the clear running water, the streams, the wildlife, and yeah, it's incredible. Yeah.
Most thing I enjoy about these trail runs is being able to bond with the other Jeep community members, meet new people. There's several people on the trail today that I have not actually met. New vehicles I haven't run with before, never run with a Hummer. There's a Hummer with us today. It's kind of a new experience for me. That and seeing the scenery, I'm sure the backdrop behind me is plenty enough for that. It's just beautiful up here. I get made fun of for how many times I keep saying wow on the radio, but it's spectacular up here. You can't get enough of these views.
Well, it's been a beautiful trek so far across the San Juan Mountains. We made it to the Ouray side of the hill, and we are here at the Poughkeepsie Gulch trailhead. So right behind us is this beautiful waterfall. What do you think of that?
It is gorgeous for sure. The really cool thing about this is that there's so many hidden gems on this mountain just right off the trail. Like, we barely had to walk to get here. So while we continue to check out this gorgeous waterfall, you guys take a look at our first story.
Here we are at Camp Floyd today. The Nu ATV Club has got our club ride here. Our club has done a lot of work to help the camp and get the new parking lot up and running. We've done it with some different grants from the state. Brand new parking lot will be finished this fall.
We're gonna go on an ATV ride of about 45 miles. And that's a pretty typical day for us.
So I've gotten to know a lot of these guys. We've grown, got some new faces, some old ones. But the variety of trails we go on and the experience of these guys got rocket science in this group. I'm talking to the guys who say, what do you do for a living? Well, I'm a rocket scientist. Are you kidding me? So the social network is really cool. You know, there's a variety of people. Most of us are retired, so we have time to do stuff.
These mines were back in the early 1900s, and they took a lot of silver, zinc, lead, all kinds of stuff out here. They would have built scaffoldings over the top of these mines like here, and then used hoists to bring up the ore. But there's mines all over the desert area. If you know where to find them, they're there.
Today we're here at Camp Floyd, and we have a project here. We are co-partners in a staging area. So today we are here to see our project. It's a $250,000 grant that we wrote in conjunction with Camp Floyd. And the staging area is to feed the 5-mile range for off-road people. They can park their vehicles there.
The reason I joined was to learn new areas to go. Because no matter who you talk to, they know a different place that you haven't been to. Our group out here, fantastic people, wonderful people to work with. And to be prepared is what makes it safe out here. I mean, this is a large group that we have today. And so there's a lot of expertise here and a lot of equipment that's available and a lot of help.
The system guarantees us we're all going to get home at the end of the day.
I have plugged a few tires in my life, either have been on an automobile, a motorcycle, and ATVs. In this case, it was on the sidewalk by the 2-inch slick. So I think we put in 10, 12 plugs. But when you put the plug in, it doubles. So actually, it's the equivalent of 24 plugs in that tire, and currently, it's holding air.
We gathered everybody around, and there's a variety, eclectic group of folks. Some mechanics, some not, some don't know, they're just for the ride, and that's what we're for too. So we got everybody gathered around the breakdown, and we got guys that have experience, have tools, spare tires, equipment. I like it that there's no problems. So we have solutions here.
Preparedness is number one. We just jump in and do it. And in situations like this, you may have a problem. You might not have the tools to fix that. You may not have the skill level to fix it. But in most cases, if we're dealing with the number of people in our group, there's somebody that can help. And in this case, I just happen to be there.
Welcome back to AYL TV. We're still on Poughkeepsie Gulch right now. We're about halfway up the trail, but we had to stop to check out some of these mine shafts.
Yeah, it's really incredible the feats and lengths that they would go to dig these mines. I mean, it's way up there, really awesome. Looking forward to seeing what else we find on the mountain.
Yes, definitely. I don't know how those guys did it. I couldn't climb up there to dig a hole. Those guys are freaking nuts. Yeah.
We're up here at the Michael Bean mine. It was abandoned in the 80s. As you can see, there's a lot of old equipment left here, like this pipe press sitting behind me. It's an active reclamation site. They're trying to reclaim all the wastewater coming out of the mine. We got mine audits. We got the press behind me. We got, I think that's an ore chute. I could be mistaken.
With Dirty Adventure Crew, yeah, part of their club. Yeah, watch what they do, and it just looked like a lot of fun, so here I am. The next thing I'm gonna do for Grace is buy a second set of wheels and tires. So the ones that are on her now are pretty strictly rock crawlers. I want a set that I can do some overlanding in.
My Jeep's name is Pigpen because he's always dirty. My husband says it's a sty inside it out, always. What I love is that I get to tie the things that I love. I get to tie trail stewardship and keeping trails open, keeping the environment clean. And for me, I get a lot of camaraderie out of it because I have 87 women that I get to like do really cool stuff with. And if we're running in total, they'll see, 12, 15 Jeeps. And just every single one says Colorado 4x4 girls. And you'll hear little girls, oh my gosh, they're all girls. And it's really fun to hear that. And you know that that's the future of off-roading. So you get to have them see, they might be riding with their dad, but they see that it's something that's obtainable for them in the future.
Welcome back to AYL TV. We are at 13,000 feet elevation on the top of Hurricane Pass. We've had an amazing day.
Yeah.
We've seen all kinds of weather, blue skies. We're getting rained on right now, but it's been awesome.
So a couple things you want to remember when you're up doing these high altitude trails is to pack things that you don't think you're going to need, but you end up needing.
Yeah, right.
So we packed rain ponchos. We didn't think we need them. We ended up using them. Another thing you want to take into consideration is altitude sickness. So you'll start to feel a headache in the back of your head. You'll start to feel like a real big pressure. Well, one of the things that we like to pack are these oxygen cans. You take a couple puffs off of this and your headache goes away instantly. But if it doesn't go away, you want to get down the hill as quickly as you can. And another thing to remember is drink lots of water when you're up here. That really helps too.
I think I'm gonna put my driver's tire just on the side of the crack and just kind of give it a little bit of gas and go right up it. My husband would tell me to crawl up it first, so we'll see how it feels when I get on it. Yeah, it intimidates me a little bit. I'm always intimidated with something like this.
I went on the line that I have done 3 times before with success, never had an issue. We had rain today. Rain on granite is never a good day because if there's any gravel or grit, it's like driving on beads. It just makes everything slick. You'd have no grip. Had one tire come about 3 feet off the ground and was not very comfortable trying it again. So I was trying what was supposed to be a less stressful line. Gave it a little bit too much gas because I was worried of stalling and slid into the V-notch and into some boulders. So I was gonna have body damage if I continued to let it go that way. It comes with the territory of learning. We always push ourselves to do things that are a little bit harder and try to expand our knowledge, expand our, everything that we do and just our experiences. I like pushing myself. I like doing crazy things. My mom just says, don't do stupid bleep, which I do have that on the inside of my door so that every time I get in my Jeep, it says, don't do stupid bleep. So it's one of those pushing myself is definitely fun, but to the point where we're safe because you never know what you're able to accomplish if you don't try it.
One of the reasons that we always travel in the group is you never know if you're going to get in trouble trying to do an obstacle. We are on the hardest obstacle of the trail today on Poughkeepsie Gulch. And we have a lady with us that has slid over into the wall. Her Jeep is up against the rock. So we're going to get a winch out and hook it up to her, give her a little pull to the driver's side to get her off the wall. Then she should be able to climb right out of it. So while we do this, why don't you guys go check out our next story.
The Monte Cristo area in northern Utah is well known as a great place to take your snowmobile, but it's also a great place to explore on four wheels. Which is why the Utah ATV Association is here on this beautiful summer's day.
We're riding from Monte Cristo to Randolph. It's about a 100-mile round trip. This is one of our monthly club rides. We ended up with a lot of machines today. We have 71 machines with our group.
And we split the group in two, and our board members, we went one way and the other board members went the other way.
We come in to support these small towns and help them prosper through the year with our presence. You know, we come into town and we spend money, buy fuel, buy food, and we try to make sure that we take care of these small towns because ultimately they take care of us. And they welcome UTV travel up here.
Hey, how are you?
You know, we want to get people out on the trail, which is why I joined the club. You know, it was because I have a machine. I don't always know where to go, but I know there's going to be an organized ride every month.
So we became a club in 1984. 1985, they did the very first annual Ride for Life from Grantsville to Wendover. This year will be our 41st year of doing the Ride for Life. We are the longest continuously running OHV benefit ride in the country.
You can come out and ride and support Make-A-Wish. And the Ride for Life is the ride that we do every September. And we have a big raffle, and all the money that we earn and raise over those 2 days, we give it to Make-A-Wish, and we support Make-A-Wish Utah.
We go to places which we would never go. Like today, this trail, I would have probably never been there with my family other than the elk hunt.
Normally 90 degrees in Salt Lake, and it's just nice to get up in the mountains. I'm from Wyoming, so getting out into the mountains is my thing, and it's my happy place, and I can kind of recharge my batteries.
Today I'm one of the mid-gunners. I'm kind of riding in the middle of the pack, acting as the radio guy, just to make sure that the lead and the tail gunner, in case they can't communicate, and anything that happens on the trail, just kind of acting as safety crew, that kind of stuff.
A number of our attendees, our board members, have went to EMT Utah, where I get to teach them BLS on how to do CPR, and we basically talked about what happens if there's an event of a medical emergency on the trail.
There is nothing better than being in the outdoors and seeing what your state and other states next door have to offer.
You know, it just puts me back in my place. You know, I used to hunt. I don't anymore since I've kind of been in the city, but it takes me back somewhere, you know, that I have deep inside my heart to be outside and out of the city and away from traffic.
We ride all over. It's parts of the state that you really need to explore to understand the beauty of. Places like deep into Moab, going into Huntington and the Swell and down in Kanab. It's just getting out.
Oh man, it's great having these bathrooms up here on the mountain. This is an awesome view from this one.
Did you enjoy that?
I did.
All right.
So we're finally about out of here.
Yeah, we're almost done. It's been an awesome day.
It has been. So while we get done using the bathroom, why don't you guys go check out next week's show?
Next week on AYL TV, Kurt Miles and Jake Anderson are trading four wheels for some serious wake surfing action. They'll be carving up the waves, sharing the basics of how to surf and ride like a pro, and just for fun, trying to teach our cameraman, Will Oxley, how it's done. Let's just say there will be plenty of splashes, laughs, and wipeouts you won't want to miss. Now, let's take a look at our calendar of events. First up, September 15th through the 19th is the Rocky Mountain ATV Jamboree, which is a massive off-road event that features a week-long celebration of mountain rides and social events with trails from the Paiute Trail System, Gooseberry, and the Great Western Trail. Now, let's take a look at our contest winner. This week's contest winner was submitted to us via email by Connie I, and it looks like Connie is the lucky winner of an EasyFlate Mesa. EasyFlate covers all of your portable air compressor needs. Visit easyflate.com for more information. Congratulations, Connie, and be sure to send us an email at socialmedia@ayltv.com, message us on Facebook, or leave us a voicemail at 801-947-8888 to claim your prize.
Next week's show looks great. We made it all the way up to Como Lake. Poughkeepsie Gulch was amazing, beautiful trail. What do you guys think of it?
Woo! Awesome trail.
Awesome. Well, we hope to see you guys on the trail. But until then, remember, it's a great big world out there.
So we encourage you to get out there and create your own adventures you love. Woo!